just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. Today we are going to be talking about James Charles and how people are really upset at him, and also we're going to be talking about the entire Hype House squad, the originals that is, which is Chase, Charli, Dixie, Lorray, Noah Beck. A lot of people are really upset at all of them, so let's get on into it. Starting with James, you guys, a lot of people this year have been calling out James for the fact that he has not stopped doing collaborations this year, and it is no different this Christmas time. He has been doing collabs with all of his friends, and that includes Lorray, Charli, Chase, Noah Beck, Dixie. They have done a ton of collaborations this month. Literally on every single one of their channels, there was a day on YouTube where all of them were trending for their collabs, and people are not happy with the fact that all of them have been hanging out and not respecting the stay-at-home order that has been placed in LA. Things just keep getting increasingly worse over there, and a lot of people just are not happy with the fact that they seem to keep forgetting that they are in a pandemic and that they keep on hanging out with each other. Now, a lot of them have come out and said that every time they hang out with each other, they do get tested and they test negative, but that is not enough for a lot of people still coming at them for not respecting the entire quarantine, especially because they have a really young audience. They just feel like a lot of people are getting the wrong message by seeing them all hang out. Something else that I want to bring up that I've been seeing people say is that this is their job. It's their job to make content, and that's why they are filming these videos together, because it's for work. And people have been comparing it to movies and TV shows and things like that. But for them to just do a collaboration together, they can just film by themselves. They all have really large platforms. They can just film a video by themselves. That's also a really big thing that is coming up in conversation. Also, Nikki Tutorials has pretty much mastered virtually collabing with people. It looks really good. So people are pretty confused as to why they can't just do the same exact thing. It's not like a movie or a TV show where you have to be on a set to actually film something or be together in the same room for it to actually make sense. They can actually film from their own homes. And what really put everybody on edge was that they posted a TikTok of all of them doing the Mean Girls Jingle Bells dance, and all of the comments were really just so upset at them for hanging out and having all this fun and just acting like there is no pandemic going on at all. Now, especially with James this week, a lot of people have been coming at him because he went home for the holidays. He literally traveled home on an airplane and then he came back, and people just felt like he shouldn't be hanging out with people and then flying home and then hanging out with people, and that even though they're testing negative, it just is not good for him to be doing that type of stuff. I know a lot of people are traveling right now. It is not just James, so I'm not trying to just single him out. Honestly, I think Casey Neistat even tweeted that this past month there has been the most flights ever. During the week of Christmas, there were the most flights ever since March, which is scary to think. I just really hope everyone is staying safe and looking out for other people, but I just know that's not the case with every single family. Not everyone seems to care, and that's why a lot of people are getting called out. And a lot of people that are influencers that have influence on other people are not respecting this pandemic, and it's upsetting, and it's definitely influencing other people to not care and to do whatever they want to do and travel and fly and hang out with people, and it's bad. It's really bad. And in LA County especially, it is so bad right now. They even just announced that they were doing a 10-day mandatory quarantine if you're flying into LA. And so that is where I get into this next story, and that is the fact that Charli, Dixie, Noah Beck, and Chase, as well as Bryant, if you guys know him, he takes a lot of photos for them, they are actually in the Bahamas right now. Yes, you guys, you heard me right. It's in the freaking Bahamas. They decided that for this little New Year's break, this time in between Christmas, they are going to go to the Bahamas and have a grand old time forgetting about Miss Pandemic over here. I don't know what possessed them to believe that they could have this vacation and just pretend like nothing is wrong, but that is what they decided to do. They decided to go on this little vacation, and people are really upset. A lot of people were saying that Alex Warren and Cover were also on this trip to the Bahamas, but they have since denied the fact that they were on this trip. But a bunch of people have been getting called out for being on this trip, and you can tell that they know that they are kind of doing something wrong because of the fact that they are not posting. Earlier this year, they did go on a vacation. They went to the Bahamas, and they were all posting TikToks on the beach, posting just so much that they were on this vacation. And right now, you guys, they are being so discreet about the fact that they are not in their homes right now. They are not really posting many TikToks. They're not posting Instagrams like they usually are. The only reason why a lot of people were noticing that they were there was because they have been taking pictures with fans, and that is basically how they've been getting caught doing this vacation, is because they've been stopping to take pictures, and the fans have been posting that and saying where they are and what hotel they're at. We know you're not at home. You're clearly in the Bahamas having a grand old vacation, and that's just something that you should not be doing at this time. Like, this moment in time should not be for that. And honestly, the worst part is that they just aren't posting it because they know that they're going to get backlash for it, because they know that it's wrong. It's not because they're on like a break, because they didn't say they were going to go on vacation. They didn't say they were taking a social media break to relax and all of this stuff. It truly is because they're avoiding all of the backlash. And the perfect example of that is that Charli is very well aware of the fact that going out, hanging out with friends, and going on vacation, going on trips and stuff is very selfish. She's literally said it herself. Charli specifically was really getting a lot of backlash for this, because just a few months ago, she got on her TikTok and she went live, and she was completely going off on people that are not staying home, not respecting the pandemic, hanging out with their friends, not social distancing, not wearing masks, all this stuff. She was calling these people out, saying that it's so selfish of them to hang out with their friends and just not be respectful of what is going on.
Safety precautions always take priority. Also, if you're using this time to hang out with your friends since you don't have school, please, I'm asking you, please stop being so inconsiderate to others, because you may think oh, this isn't going to affect me, it's not that bad, whatever. You're thinking oh, you're a teenager, you're immune. You are putting other people at risk to get hurt. Not when you're giving other people risk, you're putting other people at risk to be in pain, and that's just not okay with me. I feel like we should all be worrying about others, especially in a time like this, because we don't know how this can happen. And the fact that you want to hang out with your friends, yeah, stop and stop the curve. Help people get better by staying home and making sure that this is not getting spread anymore, and then it will be able to fix it early.
And it sounded like in that live, she was super aware of everything that was going on. She was being super careful, and this all, I believe, came after her getting called out for going to Lorraine's birthday party earlier this year. There was a massive Hype House birthday party for Lorraine, and she attended, James Charles attended, Emma Chamberlain attended, so many people attended, and they all got called out for getting caught at this party. And after that, I believe she said that she was going to be better. She promised that she wasn't going to be, making those mistakes. She learned her lesson, and here we are where people are really upset at her. And they're just why did you even say that if you're going to continue to hang out with your friends and go on a vacation at a time like this? And obviously there are some people that are let them be. They're just having fun. They're living their lives. Let them live their lives. It's not, illegal to fly right now. But I think a lot of people are wondering, it might be allowed, but is it right? And then there's also the conflicting topic of people saying, well, if nobody is going there, then a lot of those businesses are going to be shut down, and a lot of people aren't going to be able to survive without the tourism. So it's definitely a very hard and conflicting topic, but when you're coming from LA, that is really in danger right now, it's just probably not the best idea to go. And especially now, you have to quarantine for 10 days after you come from somewhere else to LA. Are they actually going to quarantine? Because they never really seem to. So I just wonder if they're going to get called out again. It just seems like a never-ending cycle of influencers partying or influencers going on vacation and people getting called out, and there's a lot of different opinions when it comes to this situation. In the end, like, people are just not happy with how any of them have been acting. It's definitely really frustrating to see. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.